banana.
All right.
Yogurt.
Before we
Yeah.
jump into the next one, I just do want to rattle off a couple of
Quick,
stuff.
the
that I'd like to
boys
say.
update. Have you heard the slight discourse on people, or I guess right wing people be like, oh my god, they're being
that's
woke
the actual
again.
funniest
They're
thing.
being woke.
People, yeah, there's a weird amount of the audience who were watching the show thinking that the show wasn't political. And even though Eric Kripke, the guy who made the show, came out and said, oh, Homelander is a metaphor for Trump, etc., etc.
Yes.
And now they realize, like, bro, where have you been for the past few years?
I guess maybe they just came in when people,
Democracy, I guess.
yeah, when people started posting Homelander memes and they're like, oh my god, Homelander's just like me for real. And then they watch the show and they'd be like, yo.
I bet, well, yeah, I guess, like, well, people, when they saw Firecracker or whatever her name is,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn, she's a conspiracy theorist, that's so me.
It's on me.
And then she doesn't even believe in what she's saying, so then people are like, damn.
Just like me
Just
for
like
real.
me, for real. I mean, I guess she does say, like, she does all this stuff, I guess, to bring people together.
She do it for the clout.
Yeah, but also, yeah. That's the thing. People are just dumb, bro. I spent so much time. I don't know why I just look at comment sections on things that I like, just to see what people are saying.
But those people exactly prove the point the show's trying to make.
Yeah, no, 100%. But
crazy?
it genuinely baffles me that people have no, like, what is it, like, media literacy. Like, people
Also
just
that-
genuinely cannot. Like, this season's like kind of at the point where it has to be blatant for people to fucking understand. Like,
And it's already pretty blatant.
anyway, you guys want to talk about what was the other thing?
The funny movie we
This
watched.
should be the quickest review. The Exorcism. Bad.
Actual worst horror movie of the year? Question mark?
With scientific evidence. I don't bring out the list. I have a list of the worst horror movies of the year, right?
Is it peer review?
We
are gonna peer review this right now.
So my list of the worst, by the way, the worst movies of the year are just horror movies, pretty much. Unfortunately, Baghead. You haven't seen this movie?
Is it like Siren Head but a bag?
You know what? My
Maybe.
sister told me that the person who did Siren Head did Tarot Monsters.
They did?
Yeah. And my sister was like, it's such a shame because this guy's so talented and he was forced to do tarot. And you know
Well,
what?
that's actually the one thing I said was okay about Tarot. I said the
visual
creature designs were
design.
cool.
Yeah. So
Alright,
shout out
that's
to that guy.
interesting.
Good
Yeah.
guy in a bad film. We could have
At
had
least
Siren
he
Head
got
Tarot.
paid, you know.
Yeah.
This one.
I think Baghead's the worst. I think this is more entertaining than Night Swim. Mainly
Yes,
because of Russell
yes.
Crowe's
Yeah.
performance, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is better than Imaginary.
enjoyed
Imaginary took
it.
itself very serious. Oh, this also kind of takes itself very seriously, but this is like
See, it's funny because
goofy
it's
as
not.
hell, bro.
Because it's goofy. The Imaginary is kind of kid stuff, so it's like, oh. Kids
I like Tarot more though, in the sense of like it is like more goofier, but also like more entertaining. Because this movie's kind of boring as well.
They could have done more stuff.
But this movie kind of
A lot of it happened at home.
clouded. Bro.
True. A lot of the funny ghost moments were at the guy's house.
And that's another.
Because it has to do
yeah.
with the actor guy, not the
Not
film
the set.
itself.
It gave me the vibes of like, a couple of horror movies that I've seen in the past few years. Relic, which you guys have seen,
Yeah.
in the sense that like it's a horror movie, but like kind of it's a psychological thing, right? It's like a psychological horror, where it's kind of like metaphorical and whatever. And this one sometimes tried to do it until the end, where it completely fell off. Not that this movie
The
was
end is
bad
fine.
like throughout, but I think the
Yeah.
ending was genuinely
Really?
so bad, because like it's kind of like building up this thing of like it's kind of sort of like deeper than a typical horror movie. It's not done very well, but to be like alcoholism and stuff like that.
Yeah. They're blurring the line. Real or imagination?
The bottle is my demon.
Yeah.
That's Iron Man.
The Jack and the Daniel.
But then it just becomes too much demon at the end, I think. And the exorcism scene that the movie is named after is awful.
Yeah, they just said
As
a
far
bunch
as
of Latin.
Tell them to bring out the whole
ocean.
Yeah.
That
If you know, you know.
color all the name.
All right. Okay, like good things. I think the daughter did a good performance.
Yeah, sure.
I think Russell Crowe was okay.
He did his best.
Maybe he did his best.
Was this his best?
Is he a washed up actor? Like the guy he plays
No,
in the
I
movie?
think he just plays like fucking
He gets these roles.
exorcists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it because of Thor: Love and Thunder?
You know, maybe.
Yeah, Russell
Or is the
Crowe.
writing just bad? That made Russell Crowe look bad.
Well, why did you take the job?
Yeah, why
bro?
did you take this movie? He's like, this is good move.
Can we? I
More
want to get
good thing.
spoilers.
Russell Crowe gets naked.
Well, the cinematography at the start was kind of cool. Where you go to the set,
Oh yeah, that's cool.
but also like, I guess they had the benefit of being in a set. So does that make
The
it cool?
set
I don't
in the
know.
set is kind of cool. They made a house.
The cold room thing was super dumb. That was
Why do
dumb
they
as
have
hell.
a
Why do they have
cold
a
room?
cool,
Yeah.
cool room?
That has one
Goosebumps.
room in there, one
Yeah.
set in there.
And it looks bad, but like I guess it's meant to look bad because it's a set, but like it just looks bad.
Yeah,
But that was like it was also just stupidly heavily foreshadowed. They'd be like, "Oh,
Yes,
don't
it's
go into
like-
the cold room.
ooh,
Oh, the cold room.
spooky cold
Wow,
room.
where's this final battle gonna take place?"
Yeah, wow, all the energy is being sucked out of it. Why?
Yeah.
Because there's air conditioning.
Yeah.
Can we just get spoilers? Can we just? Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, so a dude just fucking died at the start of the movie.
Plus,
And then I was kind of like, yeah, what is it? And I was like, okay, I know what we're getting into. This is going to be just like, it's horror stuff. And then it wasn't. Like, it was like,
no one died for a while.
and also like all of the jump scares from that point on was just like, yeah.
Russell
Dude in the
Crowe being
Darkness.
scary.
It
Walking
is
it.
desperately trying to be like, what's the term? Elevated horror. It's really trying to push
Elevated.
this like, where not your average horror movie went into a
Okay.
character study, went into, there's gonna be some metaphors here. And they handle it all so poorly. They say the word alcohol in this movie like a million times. You know how I know? Because I started playing a
You counted
game, and
it?
every time they say alcohol, I'm gonna drink.
Ah, you had it.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah.
See, you're playing along with the movie.
I was playing along with the
in
movie.
real life.
Like it's so heavy hand. There's no subtlety when it comes to them dealing with these topics. You can't really do the thing of like, oh, is this alcoholism or is this demon? Because there's no real build up to his need to drink. It's more like he just kind of starts drinking because weird stuff is happening.
Yeah.
But like, is he present in those moments? Does he like know what's going on? Is he drinking because he's a bad actor? Is that the main thing?
Yeah, I got the impression of like, all right, he's fucking up his lines because I don't know, he's groggy or something. Then we have, because since he's bad at acting, we got the director being like,
The direction
You're
is terrible
just-
in this dude.
Have trauma.
you have trauma. Think about the trauma.
Yeah.
You got molested as a child.
As a child.
As a child.
See, they handle like that's like an actual really serious topic, right?
Yeah, they just
But
kind of brushed it
handle
over. It's
really
like, yeah.
poorly. There's also like there's domestic violence sort of vibes with the daughter, and don't even get me. That was fucking stupid. It's like there's weird domestic violence stuff, and then the next scene she's fine with it, and she's like, "Yeah, Dad, how are you?" And she goes to his trailer, and he's like, "Chillin'."
Just one of those episodes.
Well, I didn't
Domestic
really
violence.
get what sort of a drunk he was, and like there wasn't a whole lot of context. This movie actually desperately needed a lot more context, including the demon. In
What's the
every
motivation?
single demon movie or something, you get to know the demon. You get to like know about their history, because
Yeah,
what type kind of demon is he? He's the demon of drinking, I guess.
Yeah, because by knowing
The
that,
demon
you
is
know the
a bottle.
motivation or like, right?
Yeah.
All we know is this demon needs a body. He said a funny line at the end. He was like, "Oh, you're before that." So Anthony was his name, right?
Yeah.
Of the guy. He's like, "Oh, you're already in position, sweet Anthony."
Yeah, because
Referencing his experience of being molested.
the thing with like the thing with demon possessions is the vibe is when you're possessed, you're meant to say
Goofy demon shit.
yeah. Man, it ends with a really bad exorcism sequence that there's like no tension, there's nothing. There's
Called out the
no-
whole ocean.
man.
Real priest was like, "Yo, what if we switch bodies like Freaky Friday?"
I remember the nun's name, it was Valley. Because they made a
Oh,
big
yeah.
deal about you have to say the demon's
I
name.
remember that bit.
Which I guess that rule doesn't stand in this one.
They said saint instead.
Yeah. Because
Shout
I
out
said the
to
demon's
Saint.
name like immediately at the start of the movie. So it's like
Yeah. Shout out to Saint Gabriel, Saint Louis, Saint Michael.
Oh, this
Saint
movie looks like
Antoine.
ass. Like the color grading of this movie kind of looks like ass.
Just like dark color.
Kind of gray.
It's spooky, man.
But it didn't look very HDR to me. have they're cool.
There's no high dynamic range in this one.
Yeah. Like you can still kind of be a sort of horror movie without having like ghouls and whatever.
Yeah.
This
Humans are already scary enough.
So this didn't. It didn't. Like, generally, like sometimes humans can be enough, I guess. Because I guess like the Russell Crowe pissing scene, like it is funny, but like.
I mean, if that happened in real life,
vibe, you
he
know?
was walking down the stairwell and then this Russell Crowe pissing himself naked. You're like, what the fuck?
It's just
That's pretty scary. And why was that the only scene where he was naked? Because
why did you want to see him naked?
it's an outlier from all the other jump scare scenes.
Okay, I don't know. This is
He's just a bit freaky, man.
Yeah, because like the other scene, he's like, oh, he pops up behind you, be like, boo or something.
That's generally actually what happens there. He sometimes just pops up behind.
Or like he goes punches the glass and like fucking stabs your eye. Sure.
That was the most out of place one.
And then he bangs his head on the table like 10 times. That's funny.
What about off there? Is there on set?
Yeah.
That was speaking my mind.
Oh.
Bad and bougie.
Yeah, bad and bougie. They had a Venom thing where he had like black spots. I was like, yo, Venom. It would be so. Ain't that crazy?
Final verdict.
I see that you're already in position, sweet Anthony. Do you like Russell Crowe? Maybe don't watch this.
Yeah, watch a different one.
Watch a different one. Not good, but funny. If you enjoy shenanigans and tomfoolery in such an entertainment medium.
When's Tom Cruise gonna be?
I thought of the joke. In the fucking Despicable Me 4, the guy says, "I will not have it with this tomfoolery," and they turn to a minion called Tom, and Tom goes,
I remember that. Yeah, not good. He pisses himself. 3.5. Better than Minion. Despicable Me.
I'm a child at heart, so I'm gonna give this 3.5 because Minions are better.
I will give this one a 3.5.
Wow, that gives us a nice 3.3.
Number one, piss.
This was not a good week for
movies, for the motion film industry. Check us out.
What's our socials?
If you haven't, on the social at unholy.pod on Instagram and TikTok.
Has that been firing up?
TikTok be popping off, I think.
We got like 1.7k on that last.
Yeah, a lot of decent views, but I need you guys to like the video more, and maybe comment. I need more interactions to get the algorithm.
I don't have TikTok, so I can't help you there.
Damn, just comment bullshit on that particular TikTok.
And look forward to more YouTube content because we're getting back into that. Yeah,
we're going back to it. We're making content, so you don't have to watch the whole pod, but look at our TikToks instead.
Damn.
We'll have exclusive content on YouTube as well. That's the main point that I would try to push.
You're not gonna see the memes on this podcast now, right?
No.
You don't want that shit.
All you'll see is if you look at the visual of this, you'll see DS My Chemical Romance.
Yo, I had to cut out so much spoilers. Make 10 minutes.
Because it's all
shit.
shit.
The review, I was pretty much in the non-spoiler zone for Tarot. We talked about Ned for so long. We talked about Ned for like 3 whole minutes.
Well, actually, for the Pixar one, a lot of the content I cut out was talking about how we hadn't seen something because of various reasons. So I was like, we don't need any of this.
Yeah, that's an point.
And I got it down to like half. Yeah.
See you next week.
Bye.
Yeah.